social media is not a thing that I intend to ever do.
Social
You
media
heard
is
it
a social
here
construct.
first, folks. On camera, on record.
Hello there!
Greetings.
Don't worry,
On
it's just an
record.
On record. Hi.
More
We're
accurately
here.
would be
It's
to say
been a
on
hot sec.
record, but whatever.
Look, I'm Canadian. I have
Hope isn't here today. They got teeth.
I mean, they
Technically,
got
they got less
additional
teeth.
teeth, is what you're saying?
And unless they just
No.
said no to keeping them, I think if they kept the teeth, they would have just kept the same amount, just
It would have
where
been
they were is
bonus
different.
teeth.
No, it's the
They
curse of Sam
inserted
Riegel.
wisdom teeth. Hi.
They're gonna
Here,
lose like 1
some
point of wisdom
modifier,
for each
plus
teeth.
Just fill your mouth with teeth
one
until
for
you
each
become
tooth.
an eldritch whore.
All right. This is I swear, no. Okay. This is the first conversation that the stream has actually recorded and picked up, and I don't know how to feel
Good.
about it. There was like,
it's amazing. What are you talking
okay, I just want to put it out there. We're not
Why?
always this crazy, all right?
Nah, well,
It's like a good, like, 70,
60-40
30.
minimum.
When I'm in character, it doesn't get this way.
No.
Outside of character.
My next character is just gonna be me
Andromeda
on
is
sugar.
saying Warloff is not.
Whoa,
Saying
sorry.
as a
Me
character,
personally,
but
I
not
border the
saying as a
edge.
person.
Anyways, we are going
I'm-
to
Butterflies
Sane
and
enough.
rainbows.
we're going to start the game now.
Never. We're just gonna be chaos incarnate.
We
You
are
get
going
no
to start
choice
on
in
our
that.
first game today after a 2-week
Hello.
break.
Yeah,
Yeah,
holidays are wild.
It kind of sucks
And my
that the
birthday's
holidays
tomorrow.
landed.
Yay!
Oh, happy belated. It kind of sucks
Happy
that
belated.
Early.
every holiday
tomorrow.
landed on a Saturday.
See, you say that, but I had days off work, so I was happy.
I mean, no, yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Oh, the weekend shift. Happy early
Ah,
birthday.
I
by
got
the
laid
way.
off because of COVID.
Hey.
Like, not even a month after I got
Oh,
the job.
no.
No, I forgot about the lockdown here.
Yep. Oh,
Fuck.
we're fine. We're good. We got
I am
escapism.
so sorry.
We are going to start
fine.
said escapism, like I've said
Take
4
us away
times
to a
now.
fantasy land where COVID doesn't exist.
Yep. We
So as I stated, Hope
God
isn't
fucking
here
damn it.
because of teeth.
yes.
That's all. That's the only explanation.
Hope cannot join us tonight. However, we'll be back, assuming teeth are normal after this. I don't know how wisdom teeth surgery works. I'm assuming
said she needs
there's a quick
24 hours of-
recovery.
Like,
24
it's
hours.
gonna
She'll
be
be
like
fine.
recovering after like 2 weeks,
Yeah.
but like just talking, you'll be fine after like a day.
Yeah.
I have
That's
no
what they
reference
said.
on that, so I'm gonna take you on your word.
They
As someone
said
with
that
5
they were
wisdom
supposed
teeth,
to
I
not
had a
talk.
reference.
Okay.
5?
Yep.
It's a lot of teeth.
That's
know.
Isn't the normal amount
He's
like
your eldritch
2?
abomination.
Wait, is that why you told Hope like hopefully you don't have an extra one underneath? Is that
Yeah.
why? You... Oh,
Are
yeah.
you Sam Riegel's
Oh.
like hidden love child?
Not that I'm aware
No,
of.
no, no. Whoa. Is there context behind that?
Sam Riegel's the
What?
teeth guy.
I
Whoa,
mean,
no,
yeah,
no. Back up,
he
back
does
up,
have
back up,
teeth.
back up. You can't just say that and then not, like, explain.
expand.
Give context.
Just
Even as a
Sam
whole bit.
Riegel is a teeth guy? We're just starting with that right
We'll
away?
cover this later.
That's
They
where we're
literally
leaving
have-
this?
they
No,
literally
we
have,
can't
like,
start
one
the
of-
session now. No,
If
that's
I
not how this
ever-
works.
One
if
of
I
their
ever can't make it to a session, I want all of you to make up a random, insane reason as to why.
but, like,
Alright,
the
okay.
ASMR ad.
My anatomy class
He
came
goes,
bare
I have
bones.
teeth growing out of my
Because
ass. Like he cuts out.
Yeah,
Alright.
that.
Do I even want to look up
Uh,
that episode?
Let's,
I mean,
let's
no, it
take
was
like
the
a good
ad
like
bit.
30-second breather.
I think we need a breather.
Yeah,
Deep
we came in way
Yay.
too fast.
New microphone. I can hear myself talk.
Ma. Sorry.
We've been recording and streaming for the first like 20 minutes. We're not even in the game yet. We're just here.
To be
It's
fair
not
though,
usually like this. I'm sorry.
No, it
To be
is
fair, though-
bullshit. This
It
is
really
par for
is.
the course.
No, usually we
fair,
get intros done before we
Oh
descend
shit,
to
intros!
madness.
Hi! Hi, I'm Zins. I'm doing
See,
a DMing
I am
thing.
a driving factor.
God
I was
damn
gonna
it.
say,
We're
to
all
be-
here.
I was
Well,
gonna
not
say-
Yeah,
all
list
of us.
off
We're missing
people.
one. As
Hi.
the aforementioned T.
Ace
To
the
be-
Ranger.
Okay.
All right, we got
Ace
Ace.
the Ranger.
Alright.
Next person,
Cold
Discord
here.
order.
Cold, introduce yourself.
Oh, dear Warlock.
Cool.
Nicoletta
Yay.
Oh, you're just doing it by yourself? No prompts? All right, keep going.
Do you want it?
I do not know. I was just. I think the panic of not doing
As long as
intros
it gets
like
done,
trumps
I think
everything
yeah.
else. You know?
Jay, what are you doing?
I'm Jay. I'm a hot vampire.
Yeah. Cool. Werewolf.
Debatable. I am
No,
a crab
factual.
paladin.
Objectively hot.
I was given a
Sorry,
knife and a
World
purpose.
won hottest vampire 4 years in a row. Yeah,
You
the
see, the thing
statistics
though is,
back it up.
like, if we're talking about media I'm like side tangenting the hell off. Vampires are like easily the
Zinzer,
most.
what the
like,
fuck are you?
Oh, I'm everyone else in the world and God and nothing.
Yay.
Don't worry, it's fine. You'll
Introduction's
figure it out.
Saints is the
Yeah,
void that
we're
produces
amazing.
all of humanity in this
Yeah.
world.
Let's
Exactly.
let's get right into this. So, last we left off on the kind of more or less commandeered small rowboat thing that
What?
was used to get from Natam's mainland to the offshore market. We have Andromeda
Yes.
spraying
Last
spells
session,
of wind.
we dealt with the remnants of a boat, interrogated people. Some of us took those people to the dude that hired us. Let's see.
I was not going nearly
Cussed
as
out a
far
businessman
back.
that apologized.
And then Andromeda said,
let's
"Let's
see.
go to the reef."
Nicoletta vaguely threatened a person that once tried to mug us.
Yeah.
And then
that was
I
also there.
threatened
That's
another
the-
businessman. He attempted to threaten us, but then I said I didn't give a shit.
Yeah, you were just
And
you were
then
being
I
all
was like,
threatening, and then
"Hey,
you're like,
magical
no.
coral reef. Let's go there."
Yes. So currently
Woo.
everyone is on a boat.
And now we're going there.
Everyone is on
Above the boat.
a boat with Andromeda using one spell slot earlier from last session to gust of wind.
Not
kind
a
of-
spell slot. Racial trait.
Racial trait. Screw it. Yeah. Freaking Tritons. I forgot
I don't
they did
have
that
second
shit.
level spell slots.
You don't. You know, I should probably know that by now. You know, like that would
Yeah.
help if like I kind of. Never mind. So we have a essentially improvised
Not
motorboat.
an issue.
With a Triton on the back, spraying this kind of foggy mist into the sea, propelling you guys forward. And you're moving
What
toward...
spells do I have?
Good question.
Just realized we're not using the purple orca.
No,
Our
this is
beloved.
the first boat you haven't used that wasn't the Orca. I mean, in all fairness, the
Dastardly.
Orca is very much landlocked by a good, like, week's travel.
Yep.
So, like, that's gonna kind of suck. This is many of your... Actually, no. Only, like... still 2/3 of the party's first time on open sea. Which... It's kind of
Technically,
insane.
it is my first time in a boat in open sea.
On a boat in open sea. Overall, though, the only people who have been in and around the ocean have been Andromeda and Arthur.
And me. Alien mountains have the coast.
Yes. You haven't been
Yeah, I do.
actively on the ocean, though. And
No,
not this
but,
far
like,
out.
I do have a little experience. I'm not super clueless. Just like half
You know what
clueless.
the ocean is. I'll give you that.
Yes.
So we are.
It's pretty to fly over.
It is. It's
Spell
Nobody
cards.
drink the water.
Yay.
Nobody drink the
Can-
water. Yes. If anyone has no idea
Very
what
bad
salt
idea.
water is, don't.
You know,
pro
except
tip.
for me. It'll
Yeah.
be fine.
Yeah,
I
you
think
breathe it,
Andromeda
you're
would
fine.
probably ask me why.
Can we see anything farther this way, like in the distance?
Farther this way,
No.
you mean
Like outside of the map that we can
no,
see right
it
now?
is purely just blue for
Yeah.
ever. Like you can't even see the horizon. It's just the flat
Shit.
ocean going around. There's no land mass. There's no mountains over there. It's just kind of the sea expanding for as far as the eye can see.
Do we know where this coral reef is?
You do have the map of the boat that was where they planned to drop the explosives. However,
How are we?
it is also going. So you guys are the black pointer. The reef is going fully. I'll draw it on the map real quick. It's going as like that kind of deal, blocking off Natam.
So we're close.
Yeah. So basically, as long as you go offshore,
In a straight line.
you will eventually hit it. It's not like a hidden thing. It is essentially a wall.
But we also don't want to hit it, because if
Yes.
it's in the wrong place, it could damage the boat.
It is a
Yeah.
very like shallow reef, and the main reasons why last session we had some people trying to explode it was so that they could actually
Because
get
they couldn't
big
do fishing and they were
boats.
really racist towards tridents.
Yes. So, it doesn't take too long to get to the reef, given with Andromeda's very useful kind of propelling
Gust of wind.
gust of wind. I wanted to say it more like theatrically, and then I
Spell
couldn't find the
cards.
words. As one
Mood.
does. So, as we near the reef, first of all, does anyone want to give me any perception, investigation, arcanas, anything of that sort? I'm not gonna like strictly ask for them, but if you want to do anything as you approach, you can do that now.
I'll give perception.
I'm gonna use perception to make
Perception.
sure we don't hit anything.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
I'm steering the boat, so I'll just keep an eye straight out and around to make sure that there's no unwanted visitors around here, because I know what's potentially out here.
Yes.
Eye on the sky.
I'm just
Just
slung
for
over the
anything
side trying
potential
to
thing.
throw up.
Oh no.
Orion does
I
not
got an
canonically
18.
get seasick.
And so it begins. Natural 1 for a 6.
No.
Is Zin's cutting out for anyone else?
No.
No.
Not really,
Oh,
no.
I'm assuming not.
Ah, shit.
22 for
Here we
perception.
go again.
Alright, so 22 from Ace, checking over the skies. We got a nat 1 from Arthur, just trying to give a
Yep.
general
Is it?
check around.
I was gonna.
Have
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
I got an 18 on my perception check.
Okay. So we're gonna start lowest, go high. Arthur, you're looking around the area. You've been on a bunch of boats going out, and you've been further in sea than the larger city of Natam. The way your kind of fishing village was established, it like made it just past the reef wall.
Yeah, we're over here.
So it was like you know what's out in the big sea, and you can't for the life of you even assume that anything around Natam would exist. It's kind of like the whole thing of you're almost lulled into a false sense of security of there's a big city right there. If there was anything, they probably would have killed it by now.
That's nearly 1,000.
Andromeda. You're keeping an eye just straight ahead, or are you going like underwater? I never really got like specifics of that.
Yes.
All right. So with that 18, you
Bit of
can't
both.
you can't see anything like massive. You do see a couple smaller schooling fish. Nothing that you would assume is threatening.
I'm
Going
just trying not to hit the reef.
preferably, yeah. You kind of make your turn, or you get Arthur as well. You kind of help him guide him from the bow to fully like make a turn and almost like sideswipe the boat almost. So you're parallel with that section of the reef at that point. And
All right.
with that 22, was it Ace?
Yes.
Oh my fuck.
With that 22, you're looking around in the air and you see nothing. Like fully nothing. No seabirds, no real any cloud systems. It's eerily empty. Like you're used to, especially like like whole canopies above your head, birds everywhere, even the ocean. You have a coast, seagulls,
Yeah.
puffins, that sort of thing, and you're not that
Fucking
far.
seagulls, Aqquar.
No,
Bastards.
we're talking regular birds.
Still bastards.
Even worse.
Yeah. They have no excuse for their sins.
So, what is the plan?
Guys, I think I'm gonna be sick.
Weren't you already?
No, I'm keeping it down.
Can't possibly have eaten that much.
I'm just gonna rub his back while he's there, just like, just let it out.
If you're gonna puke, just do it over the side of the boat.
Yeah, I'm like dangling over the side.
Well, this is very possibly the best place to get projectile vomiting, really.
Yeah.
The fish don't mind, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm
Ew.
like up to the hips,
Dang.
just over the edge. Just relying on my sticky feet to keep me in the boat.
Yeah.
My god.
Feet?
Yeah, you know, I'm like Spider-Man.
Oh.
Who?
Oh, do you mean that night down in where are we? Hold on. Do you mean the night the rumor of the night down by the I can't say the fucking name. Phalativus
Yes.
Mountains?
Yes.
Are we
What?
talking about the ones to the... Wait, let me do my... East?
The very far right.
Whatever the
Yeah.
question is.
Places?
Yes.
We know this setting.
We
Very
know
well.
this. We've been in this setting, yes.
You know, the
Just,
legendary
you know.
knight
Are we just-
Peter,
I just-
Sir Peter Parker.
I
Sir
thought that
Peter
was
of
I thought he was a
Parkersville.
phantom.
Sir Peter at the parks.
I love how this is just canon now. There's a ghost. You said it. I can't say it again.
No, yeah, no, he's a
Mountains.
ghost, yeah.
Canon. Canon.
Spider-Man.
This just in, the menace.
Everyone knows it's just a drow.
It's a drow ghost.
Just all said, yep, Spider-Man.
Cool. Yeah, alright.
Sorry, I just
I
sidetracked.
take it.
can't have the Twitch open because it drains too much stuff, so I can't see anything.
Rip.
Your poor bandwidth.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, Andromeda, we're here. What are you planning?
Well, we're at the coral reef now.
Yes.
Yes, I can see it.
So currently,
How many fish?
you have it kind of parallel. You worked with Arthur with that perception check to kind of like parallel park, so you're coming up sideways, and yeah, maybe a good 30 feet off the side of the boat. There's this coral
Parallel
reef.
park a boat.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. What I'm just imagining is we bring the boat to a full stop where we want it, and then we both just jump in the water and try to push the boat into the spot afterward.
No, I don't
Probably
mean
me doing
parallel
most of
park.
the work.
Okay, no. First of all, I'm
Just
gonna
Tokyo drifting
backtrack
into a
and
park
retcon my
space.
own explanation. because I am not having you guys like crash through half the reef trying to pull out. No, I mean you came up beside it. There's nothing in front or behind you, and you just kind of stop
Drifted.
with it parallel.
Oh.
Like
Yeah.
you are running the same direction of the reef.
Alright. I jump in the water,
All right.
swim up near the coral reef, and cast Detect Evil and Good.
All right. So you jump in the water. It takes a minute for bubbles to kind of go around your face and up back to the surface, and you really easily adjust the amount of times recently that you've been back and forth surface and underwater. You look around and you see.
I left apostrophe on the boat.
Yeah, I would hope so. Yes. There's now a one-eyed black cat just kind of lying down, more or less like
Sunbathing.
on top of Orion's foot, just to make sure he doesn't like fully fling. The cat looks out for people. I don't know about you.
Yeah, but I feel like they'd be more prone to just, flopping around on someone's head.
It's the closest thing. It's helpful while still being like floppy, just kind of over Orion's foot. Except
Cat
it
powers
doesn't sound
activated.
so wet. I don't know why that sound effect was like so like. I feel really bad because now I felt like the cat was like,
Here,
I'm gonna continue.
I'll make the description fit. I puke on the cat. Now he's wet.
And then I will
You're
proceed
gonna
to
give him a
press a
bath if
digit.
that happens.
Yeah, I'll
press a
just dunk him in the
digit, take
ocean real
cat.
quick a couple times.
There is so much
Easy.
chaos.
No.
All
Please
right,
no.
so I cast Detect Evil and Good at the coral reef. What do I do? What happened?
All right. Yeah.
You detect
so...
the evil of someone puking on a cat.
You look over the reef. It's a very vibrant area. You're looking to both sides. This thing stretches like you knew in your head, like, and on paper. Oh yeah, it goes surrounding Natam, but like looking at it in person, you see it like stretching over, and it's a bit much. It's very vibrant colors. It kind of stretches out almost like tree branches rather than just a clump of coral. So there's almost like a limestoney kind of porous rock that kind of builds out to the side and has like a bunch of coral surrounding it and kind of reaching out of it. It looks very similar to like a dead tree branch of like a dead tree, and its branches and how they kind of wind around. Only that, but essentially just a hedge of them. And you cast your Detect Evil and Good. You look in yourself and around the area. You feel your wounds kind of spark up with that energy again. And your eyes kind of glaze over, much like that of like a frog would, with a greenish, almost like tint. And you kind of cast your eyes around. Whatever this reef is, it is not evil and it is not good. So you're looking around, no celestial kind of energies.
Fiend.
No fiends,
Elemental.
no fae, no aberration or celestial, no undead. You're kind of looking around. The faintest bit of elemental magic kind of flitters along the reef. But no differently than the way the kelp forest would have. It's kind of very similar in the way you're not sure if it's the origin of the location and how they came to be, or some properties are kind of shared, but these two large, almost impossibly grand features underwater have very much they're alike in some unknown ways.
I burble out in primordial. Hello, is anyone there?
You kind of water transfers primordial very easily. Just the way
Very well.
especially the way your kind of mandible teeth thingy mouth is
The way
kind
that
of
I
built.
speak it, especially so.
Oh yeah. And you hear it like ring out. You don't hear any reply. But you do see almost a piece of the coral. You're not sure if it moved, like it was somehow broken off, but you do see it like twitch a bit.
Can we see anything from the boat?
It is pretty clear water. You do see, like, you have eyes on Andromeda. You can, you see her kind of floating. You watch her cast the spell. Give me a straight perception check.
A 13.
All right. You don't see the movement of the coral. You do hear Andromeda mumbling something in primordial though.
And I cannot understand it, so...
No, you cannot. You just hear her say some words. Like, you recognize them as primordial because all of Andromeda's spells are also in primordial, like the incantations. So you've like known the language, you just don't know the meaning of it.
Huh.
Just go up to Andromeda. Anything interesting in the water yet?
I think it moved.
Wow.
I think it moved.
I really don't want to, but shall we go down to check?
Alright, so Arthur, you're also diving in?
If Andromeda's in the water, then yeah.
I am firmly staying above water. Thank you.
Yeah,
If you guys need help,
Probably the
just
best place for you.
just yell for help. I guess I'll jump in.
I'll shoot an icicle up
Unless
if we
you're
need help.
dying, I'm not going down.
Alright.
I'm just watching over the edge as well, like, ready to jump
Yeah,
if needed.
everyone's kind of like on edge, especially after the whole Andromeda claiming that it moved. So Arthur, you kind of jump in, do your swan dive whole deal, and your kind of cloak and coat kind of flow outwards as you're kind of floating alongside her, watching over this coral.
So both of our coats are currently just blooming in the water.
Yeah, it looks very cool. I will say that right now.
Does my 120 feet of vision, dark vision, and magical dark vision see anything moving?
Give me perception with advantage.
Ooh, okay.
Especially since you know the oceans.
15.
So you're kind of keeping your eyes out. You're using your vision. You just barely see the same kind of branching, almost tendril-like thing. At this point, it's more just like a floating kind of movement. Whether it was something loose that's now being taken by the water, or somehow it seems weirdly like a pattern. and you can't exactly pin down why.
Okay, I have an idea. I'm not sure if it's gonna work though.
Those are the best types of ideas.
Yeah.
Would you like to share with the class?
So
I also
I have
have
the spell
a potential idea.
ceremony.
Ooh.
Hmm?
Nicoletta probably knows what's happening.
A little bit.
So I did contact the thing currently giving me power before. I could probably use this to figure out what's happening here, but I don't.
I will let you do just a straight intelligence check if you want to kind of see if you could think that it'll work or not. Kind of
Great.
essentially,
I'm
yeah,
just
just
more
straight
surprised if you have
intelligence check to
ceremony
see-
prepped.
Yeah.
I usually have it prepped. It's situational, but it's still good. And besides, I knew I was coming to a potentially magic place.
Yes.
That's a 19.
Yeah, so you're thinking, with the same energies that you felt the presence of, with the kelp forest and also back at Ostium when you were contacting whatever chose you.
Whatever the fuck is currently powering me.
Yeah, you have a pretty good chance of it working, you think. It's there's nothing to say that it wouldn't work, you know? Like the same spell, the same energy. It air quotes responded to primordial. So there's no reason not to try.
Alternatively, could I just push magic in its direction to try to get a response?
How so is my question. As in
Village blast.
a spell, or as in doing some nat 20 arcana shit?
Use a spell slot to magic a general area.
So spell
No
slot for magic
spell, but
glossary.
yeah, that.
Okay.
Probably not, but whatever. I mean, that's basically what I'm planning on doing already, so.
I mean, yeah, so if you want to do the spell slot thing,
Yeah.
I will allow it if you can make a DC. Let's call this. What's your spell save DC?
14.
If you can make a DC 14 Arcana check, I can let you. I'll give you the spell slot pushing magic into the coral to see if it responds. I can't, or you don't think it may have the exact same kind of effect or outcome. So that's more of a you're not sure if you might piss off whatever elemental power this is.
Kind of what I'm concerned about.
Yeah, it's a 50-50 if you do the general magic.
Dante also wants to try one thing. He wants to try and cast shape water around the moving, floating coral piece, and try to freeze an area around that coral piece.
As in, so you're trying to freeze it in place?
Yes, to see if an ice cube forms. Because if the ice doesn't form, then that means there's a creature inside of that area.
There's something alive in there.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, give me that spell.
Yeah, boy, it's a cantrip.
It is a cantrip. Fuck yeah.
There you go.
Damn,
Oh, my
cantrips
bad, I
always
put that
being
in
the
the-
most
alive.
useful ones.
Put that in the GM so everybody can see it. There you go.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, alright. So, you cast this spell. You kind of bring your hands together, kind of center on that point, you see the rocky, kind of like pink blue coral, like kind of flowing along in a kind of just up and down gently. And you cast this cantrip, and the stuff around it freezes, and then you see the coral keeps moving. It's almost like you froze the water in like a shell. So there's a kind of hollow ice with water and coral still being intact.
Given that, I am going to do the ceremony thing.
All right, so
I'm doing the magic.
Is this ceremony an hour?
It's
Casting
instantaneous.
time, instantaneous.
Whoa.
Mine says an
whoa.
hour.
Wow. How did I fuck
Duration's
that up?
instantaneous.
No, it's a ritual though. So
Yeah, right.
The scan time's still an hour though, so it's
you
an
still
hour
have
and
to
10
cast
minutes
it
for
for
the
an hour.
ritual.
Yeah.
yeah,
Ritual just it adds 10.
So we're gonna be waiting here a while.
we're gonna be waiting. All right, the two people in the water can
Yeah.
breathe water, so like they're fine.
Yeah. I'm just
It's not
floating
a
in the
problem.
water, letting him cast it while I'm just trying to change. You know
Trying
what?
to figure out what the fuck is happening.
While you're
I'm just
doing
trying
that,
to clean up apostrophe.
I can have multiple
What?
effects here.
I didn't
He's cleaning
actually
your
throw
cat.
on the cat. Okay, I didn't actually throw up on.
I don't
That's what
know.
you
It's
say.
canon now.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Cannon.
can I use the second effect of my shape water to float the ice cube towards me?
All right, yeah, you could definitely do that. So you
All right,
kind of
cool.
pull it back towards you, and it like perfectly comes off the coral, and you pull it towards you. Fully, it's like 5 feet in front of you, and you could see that it's this semicircle ice kind of dome. It's hollow in the middle, roughly like half an inch thick all around. Whatever water surrounded the coral, it was somehow protected. So it didn't
I've
fully freeze
never-
the water near it.
This has never happened before. This is interesting. This is interesting.
I already have the detect magic prepared because I don't, so I can't ritually cast it. Well, I can't cast it, but
I went to check mine as if I have spell.
I
The
do not
barbarian.
have it in my list. Hey, I can make her a spellcasting barbarian if you let me give her hope. In the meantime,
Variety of barbarian that does have a form of detect magic.
let me see. Do I have?
Don't
all
I
of
just
the
have to hit it
spells
and
that
I
I'm
can
supposed to
tell
have?
if it's magic or not?
I'm
I
supposed to
mean-
know 4 spells.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought I vaguely remember Grog doing that, but I think that
No,
might have
The
just been
wild
like
soul
a.
barbarian.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm also saying because if she hits it and it's immune to non-magical damage or resistant to
Oh,
it, that's like
yeah,
that's a
that's
way of
true.
finding out.
Yeah, that's
Hits it and
true.
seeing if it
That'll
works.
figure it out fast.
Could you imagine just hitting everything that I encounter? It's not
I
this
mean,
one
is
ain't
that
magic.
not what a
guys.
barbarian does?
Not this one.
Not this barbarian.
Nope. So, while Andromeda is taking the sour, grabbing materials from her various kind of pockets.
There are a lot of pockets in
Yeah,
this
there's
coat.
a lot of
for
it's like a
obvious
full
reasons.
like pirate coat. Like there's like
Yeah.
4 pockets on the outside. There's a couple on the inside.
Things you have to remember how much of her
Ants.
stuff can float away.
True. That's why there's
Yeah.
buttons on all of them.
Buttons.
Buttons.
And there is a dagger currently hidden underneath the coat.
Mhm.
well, it's not anymore. You just told us.
You already knew about it, though.
So you pull out all of these materials that you're going to need for the ritual, and for the next hour, you go through the process of this. Everyone else who's not in the middle of the water, preferably, what is it just like look out for the next hour? Is there anything anyone wants to prepare or do?
I'm gonna be sick.
Still
I
being sick.
forcibly make sure the cat's not in the way.
I'm just really alright at this point. Just thinking about jumping into just to like stop the rocking.
I can't promise that's how it works.
Just just sit a couple feet below the surface and just kind of float there.
You're in heavy armor. You will sink.
And it sinks to the bottom of the
He's
ocean.
attached to the side of the boat.
Well, you could swim in armor.
Tie a rope to him.
Good
You
arm.
are in plate.
Heavy armor?
He's
Yeah, I
the
don't
anchor
think
now.
heavy armor lets you swim. We gotta Google this real quick.
Okay, we're getting.
Once I see
check on that.
Andromeda start casting, I'm gonna kind of on and off keep a lookout, check everything, but I want to start taking out the embroidery on what's his name?
On Chase's.
Chase?
Yeah,
Chase's
Chase's
coat.
coat.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
All right. Give me. Let's call this sleight of hands, and I'm not sure if you do have proficiencies. I believe there is either a leather worker or like a tailor's kit in D&D, like the toolkit. I doubt you have any of the proficiencies, but if you do, you could add that.
No, I only have disguise kit and a thieves tools.
Alright, so just give
proficiency.
me a straight sleight of hand. Let's call this DC like 13 to get.
But yeah,
portions
I'm
of it
using
done.
I'm using the, just as a side note, I'm using the dagger that we got when we joined here.
Yep.
Joined the coalition. That's a 12.
So you're kind of trying to work at these threads with your
Super
almost
duper
like
slow.
an identification knife. You're trying to prise up parts of it, but just the thickness of your dagger, it's really making it difficult to accurately only get the embroidery out without fully cutting the rest of the jacket. So you end up getting like portions of it by just like very carefully like slicing open, almost like you do a bun, and you just kind of hold it down, and your knife you just kind of, so you get a bit of the actual like binding material, but like a majority of it is still there.
Like it's still on, or
It's
I did
still
get it out.
on.
I'm just
You made
Shit.
progress, but it
Okay.
was like a lot of hard work that hour. Other than that,
okay.
shall we do a quick time skip to the ceremony?
Just answer the
Apparently,
question. By the way, 'cause
heavy armor doesn't actually affect your
Yeah,
swim speed.
I know that top of my head, but there's no rule for swimming in anything.
Yeah.
I think it
anything.
would reduce the swim speed, if anything.
It's pretty
Yeah.
much if you don't have a swim speed, you move at half and you suffer all the not having swim speed rules. But if you have a swim speed, nothing happens to you.
I mean, you don't
So-
have a swim speed though, do you?
Yeah, so like I would
Yeah,
move
his
at half
movement would
and
still
everybody
be
else that
half.
doesn't. And it's
It's
like you don't
difficult
sink or
terrain
anything.
for him.
Huh. Neat. All right. Cool.
Yeah, I guess the
So
sinking
there's
stuff
no
was all
there's no
homebrew
like
stuff.
Eddie rule or anything about.
Yeah, I
how
wasn't
to swim.
that might have-
We
clear.
can make one.
That might have been a different version of the game, of different editions or so.
But we can make a rule.
It's in
I-
there. It's installed to make rules.
I will look into that in the future. However, currently, we'll just go with the rules as written. I see no problem with that right now, mainly because I do not want to make a homebrew rule on the fly.
That'll be fine.
Andromeda, you only had Nicoletta with you last time. Describe how you do this ceremony and which one of the options you take.
I'm
The last
getting
time I
married.
used dedication, that sounded more accurate to what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
Probably still gonna do that.
All right.
So what happens is the hilt of Andromeda's sword begins to glow green. And contrary to last time, kelp begins to grow out of it, sort of consuming the handle of the sword partly and growing up the blade. In sort of this coil-like structure.
So the kelp kind of consumes your sword, almost like grasping on to just the front part of your knuckles, almost like it seems like it's trying to become almost one entity as it like slowly kind of wraps around your hands as well.
Andromeda's hands are currently resting on the hilt of the blade.
Mm-hmm. So you call out to this reef, this entity, kind of to try and communicate. How exactly do you do so? Are you like physically talking, or are you just kind of sending your power through this spell?
It's an interesting question. Andromeda doesn't know what the fuck is happening.
Yes, yes, of course.
Andromeda doesn't know how magic works at all.
So whichever really feels right to Andromeda. It's like, yeah, that seems about good.
It's probably a mixture of both, but more feeling out the magic.
Mm-hmm. So you've felt the power go through your body multiple times before, almost countless, even before you've met your new adventuring party. You kind of hold on to that feeling. It's magic's very weird to explain like that, especially when Andromeda doesn't know where exactly it comes from and how she's exhibiting it. It's more of just holding on to that feeling while casting the spell and trying and putting your intentions out of the communication with this entity, and you kind of feel not a respawn, but almost like a feedback. Do me a real quick favor and give me a con saving throw.
Sure. Let's see how bad I can fuck that up. Yeah, I need more desk space. All right. Radical. 11.
All right. So you feel this energy kind of being kicked back at you in a way. Kind of, it's an odd feeling. It's not completely harming. It's not trying to hurt you, but it feels off. Whatever sent this back, the coral reef itself is almost like rejecting it. It's it's a lot more a good way of saying it is protective than the forest was. It's more aggressive. It's more territorial. So you reaching out and trying to
I mean, that makes sense with the
like,
information that I
talk to
have.
it, yeah. It's more or less giving you the cold shoulder magically, and you're not exactly sure what effects that means, like in the long run or even currently. But whatever this is, it does not want to be reasoned with.
I kind of just want to know what the fuck it is.
What's everyone's passive perception? Also question.
10.
10.
13.
15. Yep.
12.
Fun. So I'm hearing nothing.
My eyes are closed.
All right.
Infinite. The answer is infinite.
Cool. So
My passive perception, though, is a 12.
all right. Fun. So
We are the
Andromeda,
wisest bunch.
as you're trying, we have a ranger. That is our highest wisdom, I think. As you're kind of processing that information and trying to figure out what you could actually take out of it, what you could do with whatever the hell you were given.
Help at this point has like fully consumed my forearms.
Yeah, it's the kelp is like the longer you cast the spell, the longer you are sending out energy, the more it's kind of like latching on and almost like trying to ingrain itself. You can more or less assume that the way it responded, it is in some weird, twisted way sentient. Like the fact that it could respond to you negatively kind of gives
the fact
you
that it is in fact giving me the cold shoulder.
Yeah, it's the whole deal of, oh shit, this thing is making an active choice to do this. It seems to have a mind in some capacity.
Oh, just go touch it. You know?
You know what,
Is that what you do, or is that you suggesting that?
Is that what you're
I mean,
doing?
I'll go touch it if we want to go touch it.
You just slip into the water as you're leaning over it.
You accidentally just fall off.
I mean, we've been here for like an hour, 20 minutes, and just like got like we
Sorry.
could shoot it or we could touch it. Those are like the last two options.
Do a flip.
Yes.
Don't be a coward, do 2 flips.
3 backflips.
We're doing backflips?
No.
Hey, I'm only getting the water if we're gonna touch it, or something needs to die. So let me know.
Alright, so I'm hearing a lot of different opinions on this. That's an accident. Ignore that.
Angela wants to touch it.
Wrong character.
Yep.
Orion wants to touch it.
Terrifying.
I also picked up Cold accidentally calling Arthur Dante for a sec too, which at least is the right DM. Like, I'll give him that.
No, what I was saying earlier is that I logged into the old game, and I'm just looking at my character sheet like, wait, when?
Fine.
So, we got some votes for let's punch it. We got some votes for what's
I'm about to punch something magical and sentient.
you're
I
down
mean, we're
to?
all magical. Most of us are magical and sentient.
Exactly.
Don't all have some form of magic though.
Yeah. Just
Oh.
I'm down to punch something magic and sentient.
I mean, as much
Let's
as
do this.
Nicoletta being Furbolg and from the Feywild and also being able to turn herself invisible. That's pretty much it, if that's what we're talking about. Like, no, in comparison, it's not a lot, but like it's still a massive
I can
thing
make
when you
fog
think
in
about
a
it.
strong wind.
It's a natural ability that most of us do not have.
I can make fog in a strong wind.
Yeah.
You know, the greatest magical powers.
I'm gonna say this now because my mic might pick it up. If you hear slapping, I'm sorry. I have a tattoo. And it's really itchy, and you can't scratch a tattoo,
Yeah,
so you're supposed to
been
hit
there.
it.
Been there.
And I'm like,
Are you like not supposed to scratch it for like the first week or so?
I just end up only scratching once it heals. Like I'll slap it until it's like completely healed.
I know
But it's just
exactly.
really itchy tonight. So
Okay.
yeah, Sorry, I just needed to apologize in case my mic picked that up.
Yeah, no worries.
It's fine.
So,
So what's the tattoo of?
It's Forget-Me-Nots and my aunt's name.
Well, isn't that lovely?
I was gonna send a picture and completely forgot.
Yeah, you can do
So,
it later.
let's get back to the plan.
Yeah,
Are we
sorry.
attacking
or
this
the lack
random
of
thing or
plan.
not?
Hmm.
That's
I'm
the
assuming
main
you've come up
incentive.
and-
Are we attacking or not?
I'm assuming you've come up and kind of shared the info.
Yeah, all of the
Yeah,
information would have been
definitely.
Okay.
We don't have any
Reese is
actual
always
like.
ready to throw hands.
Do you want me?
My
to...
man.
What do you think the best course of action is?
I don't know. I got a date on shore, so like if we could pick it up, though, it'd be sick.
It is midday. You will be fine.
You have a date, like
Yeah,
with a fruit.
No, like a lady.
He met a lady at
Wherever
evil
we were.
businessman.
I met a receptionist. You know.
She's a lady. Sorry.
He's a man killer.
Um. What? How close were you when you tried to communicate with it?
You were maybe
10
like,
feet?
yeah, 10, 15
Andromeda
feet.
meeting. Yeah.
Yeah.
What if one of us goes and tries to see what's there?
Maybe.
Hey, if you want me to go touch it, just say the word.
Do you want to?
But
Do you want to go poke around? How long can you even hold your breath?
Touch anything.
I actually don't need to breathe. I just
I'm
Oh, that's
sorry,
right. I
fuck.
forgot about that.
yeah. You guys would definitely notice like every once in a while, like you'll just notice Orion like just doesn't breathe, and he goes, oh yeah,
Sort of like forgets.
yeah. It's like for like 5 minutes straight, just not like no breath taken.
So the kind of like a phrase as easy as breathing, that's like foreign to him.
Yeah, like you guys probably would have definitely saw like Orion taking a nap like on a boat or something, and when he sleeps, he just he doesn't snore anything because he doesn't breathe. He just his body
looks
just
like
like
no
doesn't
air.
breathe. Yeah, he'll shift around, but there's no breath
Just
ever.
whenever there's a breeze going by.
Yeah,
he
What's the name?
breathes when he wants
Arrhythmia.
to.
just like every once in a while, it slips his mind to like put on this facade that he's normal esque.
You don't have to worry about sleep apnea.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you want me to go touch it? I'll touch it.
Sure. Fuck it, I guess.
All right. I'll limber up so I don't get a cramp while I'm swimming, and then I'll dive in and go touch it.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring us to a map.
He touched the butt.
As soon as I get closer, I was just start talking like out loud, like, okay, I'm not gonna hurt you. I just, what's going on?
What is happening here?
So,
Oh, is this the reef?
yes, this is
Fun
the reef.
shit.
It is incredibly hard to find a reef. Our friends at 2 Minute
Art.
Tabletop did not do anything about it, and I cannot find a reef now.
No, we do not
which
know the
sucks.
people at 2 Minute Tabletop.
No, I do not have their personal emails.
Nothing
borrow
on.
their
Yo,
ass
make a
then.
reef.
You
We
couldn't
don't
find
have
anything
them
on Google.
yet.
Give them
Yeah.
money. They're really good at what they do.
Actually though, like side note,
Yeah.
I know I'm trashing them like for 2 seconds, but they're actually great, and
They
haven't
seem like
let me down
delightful
yet.
people.
You should sponsor us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that'll happen.
So Andromeda, you are back on the boat, or are you still in the water?
I'm getting back in the water.
All right.
Why is Arthur the one in the water? I thought
Arthur was
Orion
also in the
jumped
water
in.
with you last time I checked.
Yes, I was
That's
next to you. Remember?
Yeah, if I'm gonna get attacked by some Cthulhu monster, I'd appreciate some people in the water with me.
He is water.
If he was
Speaking of
down
which,
for like an
fair.
hour, why are we questioning his capability to hold his breath?
Orion, how good of a swimmer are you?
It's my first
Not
time
at all.
like in a body of water this big.
Okay, so would I be able to drag him in the water faster than he can normally swim? Because technically, if I'm dragging, it's half my movement speed too,
Okay,
right? So that
Arthur.
would be
Arthur, what's your strength score? Not your modifier, your score, and then what's your swim speed using the warlock shit?
swim speed is 40, strength is a hefty 10.
Alright,
Also
What
for
are
like
you-
half
Exactly what I thought.
for half movement, if it's an odd number, you round up or round down.
I think you round down.
Yeah, it's round down. So if you have
Okay.
like 35, it would be just the 15.
15.
Yeah. Yeah. Arthur,
So,
if you
got
want
it.
to drag
Arthur probably can't.
Yeah, if you want to drag him, I'll say at the end of every turn you'll have to do an athletics check.
Yeah, I'm a total weight of 400 pounds.
Yeah.
So,
Oh my
Yeah, so
God.
like
I'm
gear
gonna-
and weight
Hell.
and everything.
I'm gonna ask you how comfortable you will be slightly dragged through the water.
Go for it.
All right, I will
Just in
attempt.
case anything goes down, I'm just gonna jump into the air.
Yep, so you are a flight.
Yes.
Oh, athletics. All right, yeah, sure. Let's give this a try. Oh, whoops. It's whatever. It's a 19.
Oh yeah, that was just roll luck. Okay.
Rolled it in roll 20 like a normal person.
I just got my hands behind my head, just kicking my legs.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
feel
very
pretty confident kind of getting him by the back of the collar, kind of bringing him where you need to. So it will be, yeah, you would have your 20 feet of movement in that case. So, you just...
From the boat did you jump is the question too.
Oh yeah, can
Did
I
you
do like
actually
3 backflips, like off the
Did
boat?
you actually start here, or that's an important question?
He was on the boat, and now he is not. So I'll say it took his movement to get over there. I mean, we're not in initiative, so fuck it. I don't really care.
So I can put him like I put you dead center right there. So yeah, I'm going to move you over here. The square north of me, Orion, because I can't move your token. There you go.
Cool.
All right. So Orion, you are there. You're just kind of like putting out a finger and bopping it.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, don't kill me, and I'll just start fucking around the reef.
Okay, no. Defined fucking around.
I'm just gonna just start putting my hands on stuff. I'm not like disturbed. I'm just like
God.
I'm like palming, just like
Oh.
touch. I'm like the kid at like a museum that shouldn't be
Watch
touching
out,
the
he's
statues, but
groping
it is.
Coral Reef.
Give me a
The
sleight
entire
of hand
time.
check.
I'm just like, don't hurt me.
This is where the
Give me a
reef
sleight of hand
golem
check.
begins to move.
-1.
Oh my god.
I rolled a good
You're
result.
lying.
Negative
rolled a
one.
nat one, minus
A
two.
full ass -1 because he's got a -2.
It's what I get for not rolling my actual dice. I forget. -1.
So you try and like palm a kind of tubular coral kind of coming out, dark blue color, and you just kind of put your hand on it, and as you're not used to being in water in any way, and so you just kind of put your hand on it, and it keeps going, and you more or less snap a part of this coral off.
Oh no.
off this reef. Nothing much, just like a good like foot. Like
I, like,
under the
grab it.
coral.
I
It's
grab
kind
it,
of
like look
sticking
around
out.
really quick, and kind of like put it, like try to put it in another part of the corals. Like, okay, just put you back. Nothing happened.
Don't worry, Orion. You just got yourself a coral sword.
Orion.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You then see the part of coral that was moving stiffen, and you see a different part, maybe like 2 feet away from it, move some more, and then some more movement, and you see that a good fraction of a nearby coral starts to stir, and from it,
Oh, he's coming out to play, guys.
from
Oh,
it,
no.
you see this coral golem thing,
Hey,
elemental
Colby.
magic kind of flowing through it. And you see it kind of, as it fully cracks and wakes up, you see that its arms, from like the porous, rocky texture, sharpen. And it
Oh.
looks at you. I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, yo,
Yay.
big boy.
Yeah, big boy!
Oh, that's
Repeat it
complicated.
again. All right, cool.
I'm
There
putting
now,
Comet
18.
on the map, but
Fuck.
Comet is right now in the pouch in the air with me.
Got it.
I got a 17. I got a natural 19. Let's go.
Okay, so
Come on.
Eight.
let me
Come
find my
on.
die. Fun fact: a coral golem is not an actual stat block. Who thought? So
Wow.
I may
Wow.
be doing some very scuffed
So
shit to
17
both
for
the
me.
earth and water elemental stat blocks.
Oh
No worries.
fuck.
I
If
got
you-
a nice 22.
Hey,
I got a 17.
water, earth, coral, they're getting bit all the same, you know?
I mean,
Yeah.
Crunchity munchity.
sure, all right.
I'm gonna crunch.
Okay, so
I'm gonna munch.
20 to 15 initiatives.
I got a 17.
17.
18.
Okay, so we
Oh,
got
shit.
Arthur. So Arthur, Andromeda, I'm assuming you have a positive dex modifier.
Nope.
God damn. Please
Is
tell
it-
me.
It's a point,
Is it negative
it's a
2?
point 1 instead of a point
No.
8.
Oh, then he goes first.
Point one is
I have a
0.05.
negative 2 dex, so.
I have a no modifier at all.
Okay, good.
I have a
Alright.
10.
So then it's Andromeda. Then we go to Orion. And then Coral Monster.
Yay.
Alright, so 14 to 10. Alright, cool.
You hate to see
How
it.
no one's commented
Nine
on
to
the thing
five.
yet.
8.
8.
I like how no one's
Yeah.
commented on this thing yet.
On what thing?
Look
Where?
at the boat.
Huh?
Oh,
Look at
on
the
the
boat.
Apostrophe?
Was there a dog get on the boat?
Well,
It's a
I
cat.
saw it.
Strophy.
I was scrolled up too far and zoomed in too much. They
They're
are.
friends.
Neat. Also, I'm just going to ask directly, Ace, what did you get?
Oh, it was 22.
Oh, okay, that's why. Alright,
Fucking
that's my
God.
bad. I just didn't say 20 plus. I thought you got. I went to. No, I went to 9 to 5, and I'm like, I didn't hear you, and I'm like, oh shit, did this man get a
Oh.
1? No.
No. I think
Did
it's
you roll-
possible.
Did you roll a negative initiative like I can?
No, I have a +3 or so to initiative.
Ooh,
I got a 19 +3.
Nice.
Fun.
I love how everybody's in the +15, and here I am at 8.
Apostrophe.
Yeah, that happens.
I have a
sometimes, man.
+0.
Hmm?
I mean, I also don't have any negative stats, but still.
Same, I just rolled shit.
I don't have like outstanding scores, but I don't have negative scores.
Hey, you stony boy.
He's a stoner.
Orion, what the fuck did you do?
All right. So, Ace, you are up. This
Does
beast
it look mad?
kind of like comes towards Orion. You see it awaken. Purpley pink kind of eyes start to glow in two kind of hollowed out pores, kind of like yeah, cause it's almost like a volcanic-ish, rocky base. And it looks pissed reasonably.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna attack it with my bow. 18 plus whatever my bow is, 7. I'm not doing the math, I'm just gonna assume that hits.
It does in fact hit.
Okay. Since it hits, I'm just gonna quickly mark it with favored foe.
Yep, as your bonus action.
Comet's gonna use their reaction to do like the infuse strikes. It's like an
Yep.
extra d6.
Because Drake Wardens.
Yes.
Rangers.
Okay.
They're good now.
Fuck, where'd my
Please trust
D8
us,
go?
we fixed it.
Yeah, that looks D8 shaped in the bag. Okay. That's 11 plus 2 plus 2.
Alright, so that sounds like a
15.
15.
Yes.
And what damages is all that? That is important for this scenario.
Okay. 11 of it is piercing.
Alright.
2 of it is cold damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 of it is just the favored foe damage. Which I don't know if it has a specific damage type, just increase that damage by 1d4.
Yep, okay. So I'm gonna count that as a cold. So that is... Okay, so the arrow kind of flunks into this creature. And you see that as it kind of burrows in, it doesn't really do nearly as much as you expected it to.
Does
Whatever this thing is, regular weapons may not be the most effective.
Well, I have nothing else. That's my turn.
Alright, Arthur, it is up to you now.
Hey. Well, gonna go for the old reliable for now.
Blast.
Exit. And then Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
And see how this goes.
Hex Eldritch Blast.
That's working on it. Okay. Not bad, not bad. That's a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that probably hits, yeah.
Oh, fucking god. Okay, well, that's 4 damage plus the d6 from that. It's 3. Alright, cool. Forgot to roll them all at once. So that's 1 cold, 3 necrotic.
Alright. So you kind of give it this blast of energy. The hex you put on it, kind of making the wound a bit just slightly more open and glows a kind of sickly, like whitish ice color.
Then I just got
There's a theme
Orion.
here.
Do you need me here?
Probably not.
Cool. I'm
Don't leave me.
gonna swim like around to here. We just move back a little bit, just get out of the way a little bit. You got this. I believe in you.
You can do it.
Let me do a real quick
That's 10 gold
measurement.
pieces on the golem.
10 gold pieces on the golem. Alright.
Rescue my power.
So, Arthur just kind of slings off that bolt of energy and dips. Now it's
If
Andromeda.
I'm still in the vicinity.
You're still in relatively
You're
dead.
still nearby.
Exactly.
It's just. As one stony boy.
Yep.
Whose turn is
Cold.
it?
Yours, Andromeda.
Yes.
Oh, it's mine.
I heard somebody say cold.
I said Korg.
Oh.
Ah.
My name's Korg.
I'm made of rocks.
My name's Korg, I'm made of rocks, and this is Scissorhands.
Well,
Oh.
Nature's Wrath. Strength
That's
saving
a-
throw, please.
Text wall.
Oh, right. That is a massive text wall.
It's just the first one.
So Nature's Wrath, you could use your channel divinity to
To
ensnare
devote
a foe.
primeval
As an
forces.
action, you
I'm
could
trying
cause-
to restrain it.
You can cause
So
vines to spring
seaweeds.
up and reach a creature within 10 feet of you that you can see. So you have to swim up
So
to it.
kelp begins to. Yeah, I was planning on it.
The
So
creature...
kelp begins to grow on this thing.
All right. So it is a huge creature, so you can move one back if you feel like it. Just wanted to let you know that. So kelp
Still
starts to
hit me.
come out of the coral itself that it's standing on. It starts to wrap around its feet. That is a it's
Grow
gonna
into
choose...
it and just
What is
grow.
it gonna choose? It doesn't care, so it's gonna choose strength.
As there is still kelp growing out of my arms. I
Mhm.
have yet to remove it.
I like to imagine it's just the kelp from your arms that are going forward.
That's gonna be a nice fat 7.
Blade of
He's
my sword
Spider-Man-ing
is
it.
like still. The hilt of my sword, the blade, it's still kelp. My stuff is still covered in plants.
Yeah, I'm assuming a 7 doesn't make it.
No,
So while restrained, yeah, it's just under the restrained condition now,
it's
right?
just restrained. No, yeah,
Alright.
it's not ensnaring strike. It doesn't have anything bonus.
Okay, cool. So you wrap these vines around it. It's starting to slowly creep in and around the legs of this coral monster. It's starting to get into like the cracks and the offshoots going up to its waist, and it is like fully stuck in place.
Figured this was a safer bet than trying to guess its AC. So
Yep. This monster is so it's restrained.
restrained.
Let me look up
until it
restrained
makes
again.
the saving. Can't move.
I know
That's about
movement
it.
0. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's about it.
I can get it for you.
I'm looking it
It
up on
just-
Roll20. I got this.
Yep. Convenient that roll 20 that you
Attack rolls against this
Yeah.
creature have advantage, and it has
Yay!
disadvantage.
Yay.
I'm good at my job.
So it is going to like lash out at these vines, and it's gonna try and redo a check. It can
have. The end of each of its turns.
at the end of each of its turns.
Yeah.
Is that as an action or just free? It's free, right?
Yeah, it just says at the end of its turn.
All right. So it is going to attempt to lash out with one of its arms and attempt to hit our good friend Orion here.
Yeah.
Disadvantage.
At disadvantage. So that would be a 23, which does hit, but disadvantage. Oh wow, the disadvantage was somehow a nat 20. So yeah, that's gonna be
Oh,
20 hit to
fuck.
3. 23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Oh no.
Yep, that'll
already
do it.
dead.
Where are my d8s?
I'm not already dead.
Dead. You blew him up.
He's got a chunky meter. He's got a chunky health. He should be
He's a
fine.
chunky fucker.
So that's
And
gonna
if that
be,
doesn't work,
that's gonna be
he can heal
15
himself.
bludgeoning damage. As it
15.
15, 1-5. As it brings its arm and just kind of slams
Hold on.
it down.
before you subtract your health,
Protection, fighting style.
interception actually,
Interception.
as I block part of the attack with my sword. He takes a reduction of 7 damage. So, math.
So that's gonna be
So I
only
take
8.
8.
Yep.
So
8 damage slams down onto you full force. As you just kind of like feel a very new kind of sore in your shoulder. And it winds
thanks,
up
buddy.
to do it again.
I can only do it once.
Cool, I got a high AC, so you rolled pretty
Yep,
low.
that's gonna be an 18 with the disadvantage.
Yeah, that'll miss.
Yeah, so it's like it's still restrained. After the first one, you more or less learned your lesson, and you just kind of like make sure you're out of reach as it's just fighting against these kelp vines, just lashing like an animal against them. And it's gonna make another saving throw. That is going to be a nice number 1. As it nat
Got a
ones.
nat 1.
It nat ones and
Fuck yeah.
and it like it's not using its hands. It's just full out fighting with its feet, like still eyes locked on Orion. We're going to go
Sound effects
over.
provided by me.
We're gonna go over. I'm sorry I messed up initiative. Orion was supposed to be before Aqquar monster. I wrote it down, but did I remember it? No.
Your turn.
Yeah, so we're gonna go Orion, and then I'll.
As you just got
correct it.
punched in the face by a rock.
Okay. Do I have to? I can't tell with the token. To get within 5 feet, do I have to move over 1 square?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. And then I will attempt. I'll just bite the motherfucker.
As
Okay.
it does.
So remind me, Orion. Are your bites magical?
No, I have no magical attacks except for Eldritch Blast. I have no way of making any attack I do magical.
Fun. All right.
Oh no,
Just
no.
sink
So,
your
yeah.
teeth in.
Yeah, fuck it. Hold on. Which dice do I want to do?
It's
We'll use my gold one. That is a 14 plus 6.
Yeah, that
what?
does hit. A dirty 20 does make that damage.
You know, this big D4 coming in.
Yep.
Yeah.
2 plus 4 is
Oh my, that's
6.
6.
2.
Ayo. Halves.
3.
And you know, because he hit me, I'll smite him. Fuck
yeah. I
it.
was wondering.
You know, before I die, I'll just roll it because it's easier. I don't have that many 8s. A crit, no. Level 1 spell slot. 10 additional radiant.
All right. You sink your teeth in somehow. Andromeda, you're next to him, and you just like this man just crunched down on just pure rock. Like the jaw strength of this dude is becoming insane.
Immaculate.
So
Yeah,
you-
I pull my mouth out, and you see like this golden like fluid coming out of my fangs, kind of like drifting in the water from the
Vomited
smite.
light.
No, I just got like divine
venom.
venom, you know.
Mhm. You kind of like bite into it. Your fangs glow for a second, essentially blowing away the part of the rock that you were kind of biting down on, and it just kind of comes away with you as you retreat back your neck, and you just kind of have to spit out a thing of coral.
Yeah, I probably should have done this beforehand. I'll bonus action form of dread just to get some temp HP because he's mad at me.
All right, and it needs to make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened. Correct?
Yeah, if you want to retroactively do it, that's how it works.
It's not like he
well,
can
it's a
move.
bonus action. You can do it.
Yeah,
Anytime.
So
And he already
Wis-
has disadvantage.
forward dread, be frightened of me. Oh, I'm gonna get 8 temp HP.
Yay! Hooray!
Oh, let me check something. Okay, never mind.
Just don't knock anything over.
I mean, either way, it got a 3. So it's scared of you.
Yeah.
yeah.
After seeing something that could bite through rock, it doesn't want to fuck around again. It doesn't want to find out.
Yeah, and I'll use 2 feet to back up.
All right, you do that. Now we're gonna go to Nicoletta.
I can do fuck all.
Yay!
I mean, you could attempt.
Hey, just jump in.
You could attempt
I mean-
to swim.
I was just gonna move up here, and then is he breaching water? Like, is he breaching the surface of the water, or is this all underwater?
That's all underwater. Not too far underwater. You can still see the creature. However, water.
I think it was down here.
Speaking of, how deep in the water are?
Not too deep. The coral is very shallow. It's like 10 feet, not even, below the water surface.
So 2 feet, 2 squares in the water.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just there. Sorry.
And the hell is this?
So, as a heads up,
Vista.
while swimming underwater, it essentially just counts as difficult terrain.
So half movement.
Yeah. So every foot you travel counts as an extra foot. So it half movement speed if you want to try and swim.
Yeah. I can't do anything, but I could try and commune with this guy, but everybody else has hit it. So I was gonna say, like,
yet to attack it.
because does this count as a beast?
No, it is not.
Oh,
it's
then
either an
never
elemental
mind.
or
Very
a
much
construct.
closer to a elemental or some kind of aberrational celestial kind of deal. It's
Something like
it's
that.
a weird fucking thing.
Yeah, then this wouldn't have worked
in
anyway.
my
I was gonna try
field.
beast.
Oh, come
Speech of-
on.
Expertise.
I was gonna try speech of beast and leaf
And I
to
believe
try
that
and at
only
least say, like, hey.
I believe that only specifies small woodland creatures too.
Can I?
I think it's just
Hey, this is
Animals.
a small woodland creature.
just beast and plant.
There
You
might
have the
be a
ability to
hamster
communicate
in
with
this.
a limited manner of beasts and plants. They can understand the meaning of
Okay.
your words, though they have no special ability to understand them in return. You have advantage on all charisma checks you make to influence them. That's it.
Yeah, that would not apply in this scenario.
Yeah, okay. Then I can't do shit.
You could try and grab some
Coral is
javelins.
technically a beast.
I have one javelin.
There's always swimming. Like, that's an option if you feel like
Wait,
it.
does this mean Nicletta can talk to Fungus?
Basically, that could be a fun guy. Sorry. I'm just gonna move here. I'll try and swim.
Oh.
Yeah,
Awkward
Coral's
silence.
technically an animal. It's a weird fucking animal, but it's
I keep
still an
looking
animal.
at Luna's no mic channel chats.
Yeah. No, it's great.
Are you like
Don't
okay?
I know.
Yeah,
I haven't checked Discord and I'm not sure whether I should or not.
she's just making comments about the game. That's all. It's great.
Great.
I'm having a blast looking at it.
It's delightful.
That's all I can do. Unless wait, can I double dash? No, I can't double dash with a. Wait, I can.
Okay, yeah,
I
that is
can-
great. Sorry, what's up?
Am I able to like take both action and bonus action to move? But I can use. I can do that, right?
I'm gonna have to say no to that.
No. Okay.
Um,
I just wasn't sure if I needed because I know with rogues you can get a double dash, so you get full movement plus.
yes,
movement
however, you are
as a
the
bonus
very
action?
opposite of a rogue.
Well, no, that's what I was wondering. Is
Yeah,
if...
that's only because they have the whole deal of they could dash, dodge, and hide as a reaction, or a bonus action rather, not a reaction.
Okay.
So they use that as well as an action dash to do the double.
So you
okay.
can move your regular movement speed.
Yeah, you can move your regular 30.
With my bonus action here?
With your full
I'm
action.
so confused.
With your action. You spend
It would
an
be a
action to
regular
move 30
dash.
feet.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
15 plus 15.
So I still move.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
I mean, to be fair,
it's alright.
you could jump off the boat and get more distance.
Okay, I don't want to deal with jumping rules right now. movement
say,
movement shit
yeah.
stupid. I'm gonna be real with y'all.
Probably for the best.
Okay, that's my action. That's it. That's all I'm doing.
All right. We are moving back up to Ace.
Sorry.
No worries.
Pew.
Pew.
Coral
And
Crunch.
that
That's
is a
TM. Coral Crunch TM. We've
18.
18 to hit does hit.
Yay. Okay, and I already have favorite foe, and Helmet will use their reaction again.
Yep.
One sec. Okay, so that's 5 cold damage,
Yep.
5 piercing damage, and then 2 of just the additional favorite foe.
So then minus numbers. All right, yeah. You fire off another arrow with the same limited effect. You are slowly wearing it down. You may want to wear it down a lot quicker than you are right now, however.
I don't have much else I can do.
Nope, Arthur.
Right, so we're going for another blast. I still have advantage to the store strain, correct?
Yeah.
So that is a nice 18 to hit.
Also hits.
Looking at 5 cold, 5 necrotic.
Yeah, so you kind of punch a hole in this thing's like thigh, or where a thigh would normally be on any creature.
I don't think this thing has anatomy.
Yeah, it's more just amorphous blob, but also sharp.
Stone, coral, and water.
Yep. You kind of punch a hole through it. It's one of its movement orifices. And is that your whole turn?
Yeah, for now. Or should I just? You know what? Haven't done it. I can do it. We're in the water. No other opportunity to probably do it. I'm summoning a tentacle.
Ayo.
What? I knew it.
Give me that
Let's
ability.
go!
Yeah, not a problem.
I knew it.
You're
On the text
You're
wall.
hiding it.
all right. So, a 10-foot long tentacle at the point you see within 60 feet. Lasts for a minute. Make a melee spell attack against one creature within 10 feet of it. So when you create it, and then on every bonus action after it. Okay. Oh, fun. Cool. Yeah. All right. So where do you want to put it?
You know what? It's just gonna be like right on its foot, and it's just gonna be attached to it.
It's like right here.
Fuck, what's your name? I'm about to tentacle your dick.
See, attached. It's coming out of his foot essentially because it's a spectral tentacle.
Okay.
Fuck, what's your name? I'm about to tentacle your dick.
So make me that spell attack, please.
Are we just gonna ignore what I just
You know, I didn't know how to
Let's move
address
on with
it,
our
so
day.
yeah, I was gonna ignore it.
Okay. Okay, continue, sorry.
Yeah. The adventure zone.
So I need a D8 real quick, and then my D6. Okay, here we go.
What was it to hit?
No, not yet. I was grabbing the correct.
7.
Okay.
All right, we're
So
looking at a
380 to hit.
soft 20 to hit.
Okay, yeah, that does hit. It does a
4
thing.
cold, 2
4,000.
necrotic.
4 cold, 2 necrotic.
Correct.
All right.
And now his speed is -10.
Yes. Now does that
Speed of
include
0 is now
walks?
-10.
Is
He
that
can move
only-
backwards.
Is that only walk speed, or does that affect swim speed as well?
It probably
Uh,
affects everything.
It just says
It just
speed.
said
Yeah,
it,
it just
if it
says
says
10
speed,
feet.
it's all
both.
speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all speed.
Yeah, all speed is reduced by 10.
Until your next turn. All right. Cool. So you kind of grow this spectral tentacle. You summon it, and as it rises out of the ground
What?
and just kind of lashes around this thing's leg, already being tugged down by the coral. And not the coral, the kelp. It is coral. And the tentacle starts to wrap and like constrict it, like crushing it where it stands. It's not having a great time right now. Andromeda.
I use my bonus action to slap Orion on the back of the head and grab him by the cuff of his armor and drag him away.
I'm just gonna go back. Why you moving me?
So where
We
are
need
you
to
trying to
get out
drag
of
him?
here.
And Orion, you're
Indeed.
unwilling, right?
I'm like unwilling at first, and I'm like, I guess.
And
What
you're
the
being
fuck did both of you do?
dragged all the way back there.
Nothing.
So I'm going to get a new set of dice, right?
Okay.
So,
Big
You
monster
do
came
realize
out.
that that type of thing does not happen for no reason.
I mean, he was already there. Right,
No,
he
he
just came out.
wasn't.
Yes, he was. He was the dude moving.
yeah, I'm going to use the.
Andromeda, is that the end of your turn with the...
That's everything I'm doing.
Got it. And it's now Orion's turn. How are you gonna handle this?
I'm just gonna sigh, even though I don't have to breathe. Really rub it in.
It's
And
more
I'll
for the
cast Eldritch
expression.
Blast. Yeah, it's like I'm
Alright.
so disappointed. There's a natural 19 plus 6.
Yep, that definitely hits.
Nice.
Where's my D10? He takes 10 force damage.
Whew.
And that's my turn.
So yeah, you like clip a chunk of purple like brain coral off its shoulder that almost acted like a shoulder pauldron kind of deal. You send it flying, kind of like reactionary, like puts its arm over it in pain, and then fully like it's mad. It is now the coral monster's turn, and it needs to go ahead and make another strength saving throw for the kelp. God damn it, that's another 7.
Quality.
Yeah, that's just another 7. That's it. That's its turn. Because it can't move. It can't
I've done
attack.
it.
It is.
I've solved your coral monster.
And a 8.
It is actually going to go and make the dodge action
This puzzle is complete.
as it tries to get out.
So we just have a regular roll to hit.
Yep.
It's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I'll put the other dice back. I'll
Nicoletta.
put a d20 back.
Nicoletta, it's your turn.
Excuse me.
I don't know what to do. Unless I'm being held back.
Are you going to try and attack it?
I don't have anything to attack it with. Not that there's anything with disadvantage or without disadvantage.
Is it? I believe it's just regular attacks underwater, or is it with
Is
disadvantage?
it?
No, it's
No, it
like
depends
it's
on the weapon.
yeah, it's
It
like
entirely
daggers,
depends on the weapon.
tridents, and stuff. It's like anything that does
Spears,
piercing
anything,
damage.
yeah. Piercing damage is good. Anything else is bad.
I'm assuming greatsword is not piercing.
Unless she goes for very specific move set, no.
Yeah,
Longsword?
it's like those weapons, or if you have a swim speed, then no
Short
matter
sword,
what you
right?
do, you're good.
I have a long
I think-
sword.
I think a short sword too.
I think only like a short sword and a dagger are piercing, and like spears.
What the fuck is that noise?
Someone sucking their teeth.
I'm trying to figure out what to do.
I'm surprised a rapier doesn't fall into that category.
What?
The underwater weapon stuff. I'm surprised a rapier doesn't fall into that category.
You do know what a rapier looks like, right?
It's a very pointy sword, isn't it?
And heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot to do this when we
As
started
heavy as
combat.
any other sword is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
isn't a spear or trident pretty heavy?
It is, but it's fish shaped.
You can't argue with that logic.
Yeah.
I guess I'll still try my longsword. Wait, which one does more damage?
Your
In the
greatsword
long
does
run.
2d6.
A great sword.
2d6 or 1d. Okay, yeah.
1d8 or 1d10.
Yeah, I'll do my greatsword.
Alright.
At least try, I'm assuming. Is it disadvantage or no?
It is.
It is? Yeah.
Well, it's
What?
That is a 6. I'm assuming I do not need to roll anything else.
Roll again, see if you get a nat one.
A 2.
Cool.
So,
Um,
8.
With a solid 8, you're struggling in the water. You can swim, right? You're
Yeah.
trying to go just like at the right level of water where you can still shoot up to the surface if you need it, but also to actually attack the creature. And you're keeping way too many things in mind other than just hitting a thing. And you more or less overthink it, trying to go through all these specifics. And when you slash, you kind of miscount how much force you're putting in, and you just kind of wildly overshoot. We're gonna go back up to the top with Ace.
Well, there's not much else I could do other than
Pew pew.
just shooting it.
Yep.
11 plus 7, 18.
Yeah, hits.
Doing the same all stuff I did last time for the extra dice.
You gotta get those dice in, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 15 piercing damage and 4 cold damage.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna fly a little bit over to the group with helmet in my pouch.
Sounds good. You knock an arrow, you shoot it. You're getting like center mass, and it's stumbling as much as it can with its legs being caught up by the coral and Arthur's tentacle. It's not looking very great. It's kind of struggling a bit to stay still, to stay standing. And we're gonna move over to Arthur.
Alright, so Eldritch Blast is a 9 to hit, so I'll assume that's a
That's
no.
gonna be a solid no.
Correct. Okay, and then a soft 20 for the tentacle,
Also hits.
7 cold, 5 necrotic.
Okay, so that is 12 total. The tentacle continues to constrict, and you see like chunks of coral kind of falling off in dust as you like will this tentacle to just squeeze. It's got a pretty big hold on it. Like
Speaking of which, since I put it in the Discord, you said you hadn't looked at it in a while, but canonically, my tentacle is now pink and glitters. Just a heads up.
I did not see that.
Very
It's a candy
kawaii.
color.
Nice. Cool.
Angelo never. Jay never say that.
Woo woo woo.
No.
I mean, you can't get rid of my whole vocabulary, okay?
Ooh, ooh. Sorry.
Made my headache worse.
I'm
Sorry.
I'm just gonna leave it
It's
there for a
headache.
sec.
More
sorry.
accurately, it gave me a fucking headache.
Andromeda, it is your turn.
I yell out in Primordial, I'm very sorry, but
So you yell out for free action, cause talking.
Mm-hmm.
I drag Orion back over here.
All right.
Let's go!
And then throw him at the rock.
Huh? Okay, I'm gonna count Orion as a improvised weapon. So give me
Is he a
What
magical
roll is
improvised
that?
weapon?
That
no.
that should be regular strength.
Yep.
There's nothing magical on me.
Flat strength.
Flat strength check. Got
Just-
it.
Just casually throwing 400 pounds in the water.
I'm strong.
This
That's
is
a
an
natural
operator
19
lady.
for a total of a 23.
Yeah. Give me a D4 plus strength.
It's 400 pounds of mass just flying in the water.
Look, rules as written, he's an improvised weapon. I am sticking by that.
Yes.
That's 6 damage.
You know what? Fuck it.
All his-
I'll double that because he seems like a siege weapon. I'm gonna count him as a siege weapon.
Does my really sharp jawline really cut through this?
Yup.
this-
I feel like your armor is just made of knives, and that's why.
What are you talking about? You're going in T first, my guy.
Yeah, probably.
You
yeah,
don't
you
need
like
a jawline.
fling Orion over to this creature, and
He
just
reaches the water and just falls back in.
basically,
I'm gonna-
yeah.
I'm an Orion torpedo. An torpedo, if you will.
No, I won't. I refuse.
Scorpion.
Yeah, alright, that's your full turn?
Yeah?
Alright,
It is.
fun. Orion.
Just for the thematics of it, as I'm going through the air, as a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Thunderous Smite,
Of course.
and then my little arcs of lightning go between my little fangs,
Your teeth.
and I'm just gonna give him a big old bear hug, and just lay one on him.
Go ahead. Give me that attack.
Natural 19, you fucking bitch!
So close.
So
Alright.
So
close.
close.
So 19
Orion-
plus 6 is a lot.
25.
It would have
Yeah.
hit without the modifier. You could have had a -3 and it would have hit.
Okay, so the piercing damage from the bite is a solid 7,
Oh, okay, so that halves to 3.
and then he's gonna take 2d6 lightning damage. Hold on, let me put the
Yeah,
spell
put the
on.
spell up.
I think he gets a save.
It is a
No save.
On?
Additionally,
He
so
ta-
the damage happens no matter what. And
Yeah,
it's
then
a-
it's like save to get
or could be
pushed.
pushed and knocked prone.
He takes 5 thunder damage.
Yep.
And fuck it, I'll use my last spell slot to smite him too.
Nice.
Fuck it. That's a total of 8 radiated additionally.
All right. It looks rough as you bite into it, and you hear a boom from the mini explosion of the thunder kind of exploding into it. You get it right in that fleshy bit in between the shoulder and the neck. And you just hear cracks starting
Fleshy
to
bit?
form as you also the radiant venom starts to flow through it. Your fangs glow. It doesn't look great at all.
I'm with
3's the lucky number. It gets pushed back 10 feet and prone. So I'm just gonna say only the prone part, because 2 things are keeping it at a movement speed of -10.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna just kind of like float there and like off to the side, just spit out like a mouthful of crystals.
Yep. So as you as the explosion emanates of just the sound, the shock wave, it just kind of, essentially, it's knee-like things just kind of bend completely backwards. Because the kelp is keeping like up to its knees planted, so it's essentially bending over backwards, prone.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my turn.
It is now its turn. It does have disadvantage. However, it does not give a shit, as it uses... Can it get unproned?
If it's got no speed, then
Yeah, no.
Nope. It can't even stand up.
So it's going to then start just wildly flailing. It would be at disadvantage no matter what. It's gonna go towards Orion, because Orion has been the biggest dick to them.
Yeah,
I
figured.
mean, I literally threw someone at it.
That's going to be a
Still
13,
Orion.
which
Who
misses.
was
Yeah, and the
Orion.
thing you hit it with exploded when it hit
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a 13, which misses. For the
Yeah,
second attack, it will attempt again. And that's going to be a 10.
Yeah,
Lucky that was disadvantage. That was a nat 19. Yeah. Nicoletta killed the thing. I don't know what to say. Like,
Wait, what?
You're up.
you're up. It's your turn.
Oh, I
You're-
heard Nicoletta
you're-
killed the thing, and I was like,
It
what
was
did I do?
best.
It's done. You have advantage.
Your
on it.
disadvantage is
misses.
negated.
I'm gonna say
What?
full advantage because it's both restrained and knocked. So like,
Disadvantage
just-
was
no,
already
it's like
negated.
it's bedmiss,
The
right?
restraint condition applied advantage, which would have negated that, and
Right.
it
2 positives
giving
and 1
it
negative
self.
equals 1 positive. So I'm gonna say advantage.
yeah.
Advantage on my greatsword.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a 12, and that's cocked. Oh, that was so close to that 20. Oh, it's a 2. It's a 12 plus 6, 18.
Okay, yeah, that hits. Make your damage. The 2d6.
Oh, wait, I got 2d6. Where's my 2d6?
Man, I really wanted to kill it and just like dive
Nope, there
through
goes
the
one
middle
dice.
of it.
I got a 6, though. It wasn't in my tray, so it doesn't count, but I got a 6. That's a 6 plus 10. It'd be 10 total, sorry. 10 total damage.
10 total. How do you want to do this?
Hey! I
I
think
only have
that's
10.
my second one this entire campaign.
There wasn't too many fights this entire campaign. We're only on
Yeah.
episode
Yeah.
14.
And we've been
Yeah.
trying not to kill things, so.
There's still time for murder.
Oh, there is plenty of
Any
time
murders?
for murder.
Oh, I know. So. I don't even know. I have a feeling I would just try and hit it at this point, because I felt like so not enraged. Like, I'm not raging, but it's just frustrating that I'm underwater. I've never had to fight anything underwater,
You're
even
more
with
like
all the
annoyed.
drunkards. I'm just very annoyed. I would have just gone for a random slash, and then it would have just died, and I would have been like, oh,
Oh, it's over.
oh. That's it. That's the game.
Alright, yeah.
Anticlimactic, but that's
so with that,
what would have
everyone
happened.
else gets back to the boat, I'm assuming.
Can I go and take a breath and then look around first?
Yeah, definitely. Look
Yeah.
around. How
Like,
so?
specifically, like, investigation, specifically, just look around.
Yeah. Give me that investigation check.
Ooh, why don't I have proficiency? I'm tired. It's a 17. No additives.
All right. So with the 17, you're looking around just in the general area, trying to think of anything that would. What are you looking for? Because looking around is very vague, and investigation in particular is trying to narrow stuff down. So, are you looking to see what happened, why it happened? What is your goal here?
Why there was a this was a not immortal. What's the word?
So
Yes,
Element.
that's it. What, like, this was an elemental, right?
A form of it. You're looking at the body.
Yeah.
You're looking around. You're thinking back to what Andromeda told you. It seems to be a fraction of
What
whatever
did you two do?
entities, like almost them channeling power into something.
So could
What
I
did
look
you
around and
two
see
do?
maybe why it was there? Like,
Um,
why specifically that
you
sort of thing?
you
if I can find
remember
one.
this elemental golem thing was part of the reef. It was like a chunk of the reef that awakened. It seems like with that 17, it was more of a defense mechanism than anything.
Would I be able to see maybe what it was defending? If there was anything around?
You wouldn't be able to find anything now. Nothing in particular.
No.
What did you morons do?
Sorry?
What do you,
I'm currently Orion and Arthur.
I mean, I did what I said we were gonna do. I went down and I touched it.
And why was there a golem?
I mean, I assumed that was a thing that was moving on the reef. I don't know. I didn't put it there.
that's the thing we need to figure out.
I'm like rinsing my mouth out because I got like it's like having a bunch of sand in my mouth from like all the all the pulverized
Sand?
coral.
It's like having rocks in your mouth.
Yeah, it's just like it's like I just got I'm just
in your mouth.
Nice.
I'm just spitting out like little chunks that are like stuck in my teeth. I'm like I don't know. I touched it and the thing attacked. I don't know. Came out.
The last thing could I maybe investigate the body too? Or no? Would that count as my
I would say that that investigation was also targeted at part of the body. Yeah.
Can I investigate the area around where Orion originally was before the fight?
Yeah. Go ahead. Make that check.
I'm gonna go breach the surface and
A 9.
oh my god.
You can't find anything that would suggest any damage being done.
Fuck it. Well, at least I got
Oh.
answers.
I just realized.
Hey Zins, on this map, where is that kelp forest?
On the big map, the
Yeah,
kelp,
here, right?
the kelp forest is roughly there.
Ah,
It's a bit
so we're
north.
close.
A little bit north of
close-
where I thought it was. Okay.
Close as in like, it's
Oh Jesus!
it's counted as like the countryside of the Triton like kingdom.
Oh my God, that's where my mom would have gone. Shit. Okay, cool.
And also,
Well, I guess the next step is to go to the kelp forest.
Arthur.
Oh, I sent you a
yeah,
message.
I saw that. Yeah, you could definitely check it out.
All right, cool. I'm gonna go do that real quick. I'm gonna head back to the boat.
All right.
I'm gonna do one of those dolphin dive down and shoot straight up as fast as I can. Thing to shoot out of the water situation.
I'm going to clamber up the side of the boat and climb back in.
Yeah. So everyone's getting back in the boat.
Are we looking for anything in particular?
I'm looking for answers.
So, Andromeda,
That was me asking
you want to
everybody.
go to the kelp forest?
I do at some point.
So also,
Since would
yeah.
I need to roll anything?
Give me just a general investigation with advantage.
Tentacle go.
The soft +1. Okay.
And I'm also assuming, Arthur, because I know you PM'd me it. Are you trying to are you being secretive at all with this, or are you openly checking through it?
I'm grabbing my book and I'm flipping through it.
All right.
I'm not hiding that.
Okay.
And that's a 15.
Sounds good. All right. So 15. Andromeda, give me a perception check. Ah, shit. Keeps falling. So while you're doing that, Andromeda.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. All right. Arthur, while you're going through your book, you open it up. You're flipping through the pages. You're trying to find anything about the reef. This one in particular, it's essentially like a main geographical figure or feature in Irael. You're flipping through frantically. Andromeda. You clock Arthur reading this book. You swear you could recognize it.
How so?
You very vaguely remember. You don't remember if it was your mother or your father, but it was in one of their possessions. It was very similar to a grimoire.
Arthur, where did you get that book?
My mom gave it to me.
Are you guys long lost brothers?
Or siblings.
Was your mother?
If you're wondering if we're related, we're not. She's a sea elf.
No, that's not what I'm asking.
Let me see. Did I ever give her a name? Let's find out, shall we? I'll let. Oh, my bad.
Would I have
Wait.
heard about this particular grimoire going missing
Did
at
I
some
keep
point?
the? I think I kept the original one. Okay. She's not a sea elf. She is a Triton. Cool. All right. Yeah, her name's Altea.
Andromeda, give me a history check. Because
Great.
yeah, what you
Stat
vague
for best.
when I say vaguely remember the book being in your parents'
Yeah.
possession, I mean like it could
Natural
be
20.
within like oh god damn it. All right. I was supposed to say within the last like 15ish like 20 years. You remember, yeah,
When I was 7.
a book like this was stolen from a member of a follower of the kingdom and your mother in particular. How this book assumed to not give but have connections to some very ancient and very powerful elementals and elemental adjacents. And yeah, it did go missing.
So, Arthur, that grimoire there used to belong to someone either my mother or someone related to her.
So we might be cousins?
No, it was stolen.
Huh. Very interesting.
Yeah. So, how do you cast magic?
By Casting magic?
Oh, what gives you your magic?
Uh, I'm not sure. Just remember I was able to cast magic after having a weird dream.
Fabulous. So that grimoire there is connected to a particularly strong elemental entity? Uh, that
Clearly,
is
alright.
concerning, to say the least.
So, what? Would you like the book back?
Fuck no.
So, with this going on, we are gonna real quick go on a break.
Yay.
We'll be back in like 10-ish minutes.
Yeah.
So, we'll figure out what the hell's going on.
Yeah. Interesting things are abound.
The plot
Yep.
thickens.
The plot indeed thickens. We'll be right back.
The mist thickens. Being able to hear a vague echo of yourself whenever you talk is quite strange.
I think there's a way to fix that.
You guys hear the
It has something to do
music
with
that's
my
playing in
mic.
my living room?
No.
Okay, good. 'Cause my mom is kind of blasting music. So, Warlock, this was one of those moments where I was asking if you wanted to work on a, combination esque backstory because
Yeah.
Because our long lost siblings, cousins.
Fuck that.
it's a little
You
more
look
different
like a
than that.
human and not crab.
Sister looks like a Triton, just like my mom.
Is your mom a crab?
Not sure what type of Triton I think we said shark.
I think you did say shark.
Yeah, think she was one of the hunter Tritons.
Just a thief. Dragon.
That's ought to be an interesting tidbit of life between the two fish people right now.
I also love how like both warlocks have no idea what the fuck their patrons are.
That's generally how warlocks work.
Some
I feel like
people willingly are
most
like,
warlocks are like,
let's
I'm
do
gonna
this.
I'm gonna willingly sell my soul to something instead of like, yeah, I don't know.
Hey, it depends on the patron. Some
I
people
think
might
it's
sell
just
their
a
body.
theme with this group of people. Like, Drogon didn't know what the fuck his patron was.
Yeah, but your patron wasn't technically sentient.
Sentient? I mean, still. But he still didn't know what the fuck was happening.
By all technical means, Drogon literally made Law and
In
Order.
Drogon's creation, he literally made his fucking patron.
Yeah.
It's like some weird time travel stuff, you know. What came
It's
first, the
not
chicken or the egg?
really. Drogon. Drogon came first.
Which would be the chicken.
I mean,
But
The warlock
but if
being
you
the
came
egg.
first and then you made your patron, how would you have made your patron if you didn't have your warlock powers to begin with? So like, which came first?
Didn't have warlock powers
You know?
to begin with. He used to be a gunslinger.
Excuse me. So I have 4 sets of dice out now. This ought to be interesting.
Oh,
Yeah, I got
three.
yeah, I got
Oh,
3.
man.
I'm trying to see, do I have any blue sets of dice to go with the cold damage? I do. Haha. Alright, I'll put the red ones away for now. Just use the blue ones for what's it called? For my Eldritch Blast, and the pink ones for the tentacle. And I'm an idiot because I'd never realized that tentacles attacked as a bonus action. I thought it was an issue.
Yeah, I got my pink pastel dice. I got my Angelo golden black dice, and I got some metal dice I got for Christmas.
I have generic
Obsidian dice, actually.
semi-transparent red dice. I have weird marbled red and black dice with gold numbers, and marbled blue dice with golden numbers, and my metal dice.
Wait, are we
with
talking
golden numbers.
Are we talking our total inventory or like what we got recently?
What I got, what I'm
right
using
now.
right now.
Using right now.
Oh, I only have like 3 d20s. I have a literal Chinese food container of all my dice that I just pick out stuff whenever I need.
But I'm just waiting for my fucking Cthulhu dice to get here.
Those will be sick.
I've been exclusively using my metal dice for the D20 all night.
Big note. I will just put this in the chat. The
Those two
only
nat 20s
dice
were surprising.
never roll the obsidian.
It's I think every DM should have a set of dice that they know will just roll like shit.
All of them?
Every DM.
I don't know. When I DM, I roll very good. Like I feel like I very rarely roll bad.
Hey, don't worry,
See,
you guys will be out at sea soon. I will throw plenty of sharks at you, and I will just not 20 the whole time. Because for some reason that happens.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'll just counteract your shark. I'll polymorph myself into like a killer whale and counter the shark.
Hey, everyone in that party is
Awesome.
insane, except for me.
We're not all insane. Ava seems pretty sane.
I am the most base book character.
That tends to happen, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but you're not human, so like, you know.
Neither is Angelo.
No, but like,
I'm also not human.
but you're like a robot, you know.
You're just
Brass
not
is
gonna let
notably
that go.
not a robot.
I mean, you act like a robot, so everything's pointing to robot. There's more evidence for robot than not robot.
What do you define as acting like a robot?
It's literally the way you act and how you say things is very non.
D100, D10.
There's like, it's like very like, just there's no like
Passive?
emotion to anything you do.
There is emotion. It's just very subtle.
It's just every time we see somebody, hi, how are
Oh.
you?
Is this not a...
It's more like this.
Does it
It's
have
like
a...
a
Oh,
cherry,
that's
which is more
unfortunate.
off-putting.
No more. That sucks. Okay. This set didn't come with a D100. That's it. I need to remember to only buy 7 dice sets from now on. Yeah.
I want to make a simulacrum in Cold's game, and then true polymorph him into a dragon, and just have a permanent dragon bed, friend.
All right.
Bro, I can't wait until like tomorrow's gonna be such a good day. A new Attack on Titan season comes out. I'm gonna lose my mind.
Oh
Yeah,
wait, that's
Really?
tomorrow.
yeah, it's this Sunday.
Wow. Thing that I
Nice.
don't really care about.
That's what.
You know,
That's what
honestly,
season
it's
is
probably
it?
gonna be the best.
Season 4, part 2, right, or something like that.
Yeah.
I've yet to watch far enough into that series for that to matter.
I'm not really caught up onto the anime, but I have read a lot of the manga. Has he started to reach the crazy arc yet in the show?
Which one?
Define crazy arc.
Yeah, you gotta really define crazy. There's a
He's
couple
comes
of
in many
crazy.
forms.
Now I've only been up to like season 1. Like I finished season 1, and I haven't gotten to season 2 yet, mainly because I'm really mad about a character death, and also I don't know where to find it, and I'm too broke for a Crunchyroll account.
Yeah, I was gonna say verb, but no.
You guys are
Okay,
all
then
sweet
would
summer
you care
children.
if I spoil anything?
For the people
My ribs are
below,
starting to hurt.
probably.
Okay, then I'll just pretty full tilt crazy. I'll just say that.
Day is amazing. My ribs are starting to hurt, and it's only 8:30.
Oh no.
That's never a good sign. Why are you always in medical distress, Warlock?
Said it was distress. They're just hurting. It's a totally
It's
normal
not
thing to
normal.
happen on a regular basis.
That
I
is
feel
not
like a lot
normal.
of our group just has health problems.
I do
like-
not.
Ayo,
I
3
do.
surgeries
Spins
before I
does.
turn 3.
I'm getting a doctor soon, so I should be fine.
Yeah, all of my body stuff's just like
Okay,
superficial sport
Warlock, that
injuries.
implies that you didn't have a doctor before.
I am going to see a doctor about this particular issue. Better?
Can also just mention Luna literally recovering from surgery today.
Yep, like actively.
With only
Yeah.
teeth?
Yeah.
Next up is all of their bones, though, so...
Next we remove the scapulas.
What you gotta do is like you gotta systematically take out every bone and replace it with metal
Every
until
bone
you
in
become
your
Jackie
body.
Chan.
You mean Wolverine?
No, I meant Jackie Chan.
No, Jackie Chan.
I'm aware.
Wolverine still has his bones.
We're talking about
Wolverine's
RoboCop,
bones are
right?
just coated in metal. Wolverine's a wimp. He only coated his bones in metal. He didn't replace them with metal.
I'm sorry, but what seems more badass to you? Going under surgery to replace your bones, or being slightly awake while there's metal being pumped into your body to coat your bones?
Replacing
Or
your
Can I add
bones
a
with
third
metal.
option?
Cause then you could just be
Kill
like,
someone
I have no bones.
And take their
Because
bones and
then
inject
you
them
can't
into you.
make blood anymore.
Not only that, but if you do the bone thing, then you could turn your bones into your weapons.
Yeah!
I mean, that's
See?
literally what Wolverine did. He's got to upgrade.
But
Again,
me out.
Wolverine's a fucking wimp.
flex on your enemies.
Actually, that
take
brings up
their
a
bones
good
and put 'em
point.
into you.
How does Wolverine actually make blood cells if
He
the metal
doesn't.
around his bone isn't porous? Exactly.
His
so-
blood cells just regenerate because he can't make new ones.
He's just... His blood cells just duplicate.
Yeah.
Wolverine
that-
must have a really high cancer count.
Isn't that also why he was dying in Logan? Like they explained it like that.
Well, his metal was poisoning him slowly.
Yeah, his metal's been
Yeah.
poisoning him from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Because who knew? Not all metals are safe to be in the human body.
Huh.
Right.
It's almost like they
What a
have
surprise.
a whole row or two at the bottom of the periodic table for that.
Yeah, I literally have like a metal rod through like one of my left like forearm bones. So
A part of my
you know,
heart
let's hope
is
it doesn't.
ceramic.
Nice.
I know, right?
I met someone who couldn't go in an MRI machine because they had around 12 metal screws in their face.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah. Magnet's bad. Well, that particular medical magnet. Metal
Anywho, we
dice
should
are
start.
really
We should
heavy.
start back up again.
I don't think Ix is back.
Nicoletta, you here?
Ah.
Okay.
Ah.
They're not dead.
I'm about to pass out because I was slip. I'm ready
I'm
for
sorry.
sleep.
You good? I mean,
I'm
obviously
just
not,
now.
but.
He is extremely
Right.
tired.
Was that a strunk? You okay?
I'm just
Mm-mm.
every time anyone says a stronk, I just remember that one Tumblr post of James Bond.
What?
Bames John.
Name's Bames John.
My head
James
hurts.
John's
Don't.
having a stroke.
Call
This
him
is about to give me a
ambulance.
strunk. Stop.
Seems not having a strong.
No, I just need a cronk strunk.
The poison for Cusco. The poison specifically chosen to kill Cusco. That poison?
Yeah.
I can't do a Cusco voice, so I'm not gonna try.
Yzma?
Oh, that's fun, Luna, in the Discord. That's love to hear it.
Oh, that sounded really weird.
D&D, the thing we're here to play.
Oh yeah, that's a
Yeah,
thing.
that. Be back in a second.
Excuse me falling asleep eating cheddar cheese crackers.
Oh, I've like eaten a brick of cheese just like as a snack once. I will accept
Got
a
one
20-minute
my
question
sister.
period.
Wait, huh?
You know, you just take
Hold
a
on.
brick of cheese and you like eat it like it's a granola bar. And I have this on record. So like I'm like
I feel like this to be either considered normal or weird. We need to know how big of a brick this cheese is.
okay, no, it wasn't like
Is it
one
like
of
a
those
standard
full
brick that comes in like
rectangles.
the stores?
It wasn't
Okay.
a full rectangle, because you know, like how some of those, like in store, how they're like a foot and a half long. No, it wasn't that big. It was like I'm trying to, because I
Oh,
live in
handle length
Canada.
and
I'm
size?
trying to
It's
do
like-
the measurements.
I get what you mean. It's like a half brick.
Yeah, like we already shredded some, so it's like like a stubby
A
bit
about
of
a
cheese. So it's
quarter
kind of like
bit of quarter.
no, it was like a third more like. So it's kind of like
Oh, okay.
maybe like 6 inches of just brick. You know what I mean? Like six by
Yeah.
like 6 by like 4 by like 2.
See, I hate that working at a warehouse where I'm packing shit because I can picture that size in my head. Because I have to be able to look at a box and be like, "Yep, that's that size."
Okay, see, I
So-
can't eat cheese like a granola bar, but I do slice it up into slices and I can eat all of it in a sitting.
No, yeah, that's just what I do with extra steps. I just cut out the middleman with a knife.
I mean, you know what? It works. It's
What?
fair. It's reasonable.
Oh hi, you're
He
back.
just munches on the cheese.
Oh, yeah, I once
I
ate
at
an
least-
entire box of Cheez-Its in one sitting.
No, like full.
No,
salt,
we're
like a
talking
brick of
actual
cheese.
just cheese.
No, I know what you're talking about. I heard the statement.
Oh, okay, great.
I then followed up that box of Cheez-Its with half a bag of pretzels.
Oh lord.
Wow, that's like not a great day for carbs.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
gonna
that
just
is
keep
only
my
carbs.
I'm gonna keep my fat athlete meals to myself.
Other things. Well, that was a notable snack.
Yeah, before we're actually gonna play our game, I got a fish. His name is Reginald. He's nice. I just want to mention that.
Fabulous.
Nice.
Yep. That's all. That's it.
Whenever I go home, I had a pet beta fish named Virgo because I'll always be a virgin.
What?
Okay, that's not
Virgo.
where I thought that was going at all. I thought because he swam around like he was dizzy, or I thought it was a vertigo joke. But no,
No,
you just all right, cool.
Astronomy joke.
No, yeah, I just panicked. I panicked because I'm like, I took a picture of it and I'm like, which one should I get for I sent it to like a friend's group chat. I'm like, which one of these should I grab? And they're like, that one. And I'm like, okay. And then somebody immediately asked, not even 5 minutes later, what its name was. And I'm like, Reginald. My brain defaulted to Reginald.
I'm sorry.
Wait,
I looked up
no,
fish gifts on Discord, and they are terrible.
How terrible is terrible? Also, sorry for the people who may or may not have came here for D&D and found this shit.
Wait,
Yeah,
if you found us in the first 20 minutes with us not
Okay.
doing D&D and just this shit and stayed, you know what you have. You know what you've come for me.
The sins you have.
I am
That
beyond confused.
I looked up fish in the GIF section of Discord, and I found that. Scrolling down, not much.
Okay, guess that wow.
Yeah.
Cool. And with that, we should probably just keep going.
I know. I feel
This,
like
I'm
with that
glad
we should
people
end this
can't see the
session.
Discord.
Like,
Reading that.
Jay, no.
Jay, no.
That's my kind of woman.
Jay, no, bad.
We don't need any of this Wilbur shit up in here.
What?
That's a
No, we're
Redding's
not-
kind
don't
of
look at-
woman, right?
We're not
Oh
looking
god.
at fish. Hello, where am I looking?
No, it.
What?
No mic. The no
I
mic channel.
deleted it.
Oh, okay. I was like, what are we
no.
noping?
I
What are we noping?
refused. I deleted it.
We need to stop.
On to
this.
Wilbur
D&D.
cursed lore is what we were looking at, basically.
No, please don't let it be a fish. We don't
It
need.
was a fish,
No.
and Jay responded with hots.
No, don't.
My kind
It's
of
a large
woman.
fish and a woman.
Oh god.
My kind of woman.
Yeah. You know what?
do not know why Discord has that GIF.
No, I feel like I'm gonna.
Moving on to D&D.
Nah, let's end the session here. This is derailed beyond recognition at
We
this
haven't
point.
even gotten back into the game yet.
That's
Moving
fine.
on to
We
D&D.
can end it here. And my
Let's
dice
see.
fell over.
It's a
Turns
night.
out
First
Arthur
night is
had a
chaos.
book that was stolen from my family that is connected to a very powerful elemental.
Yeah, you'll have a bunch to talk about now, huh?
Fuck is up with that?
We're talking in straight primordial the whole time.
So,
Besides, I understand primordial. Because I can't.
I speak one other language in common. So no.
speak
Which
three.
is.
Two?
Elvish.
Yep.
I have the
How many
very
languages?
useful language, the most useful language in this setting, Draconic.
Iconic. Hey, you
I
might
have
just be.
celestial and primordial.
You have Dragon Baby. For all intents and purposes, you can be the original Bahamut. And or Tiamat. Depends
I mean,
on where
that's
you
what
want to end up.
I try and joke about, but DM says no.
Look,
DM said no.
I do not want to.
Alright,
I do
so-
not want to have to make a multiverse just to explain how the gods evolved and how it was immediately derailed by you 1,000 years before.
That's how gods work. They're omniscient and omnipotent. So, omnipotent? I said that weirdly. Omnipotent.
We have two people who speak celestial.
Oh, I also speak the absolutely most useful language of Eric Aqquar and Orin.
Orin, yeah.
Orin,
Talk to you too then.
A subcategory of primordial,
Mhm.
but not the
Yeah.
full thing.
It's
can
more like
introduce-
windy primordial. Just
Windy
wind.
primordial.
So you can understand like every 4 words we're saying.
Whoa. No. Maybe like one in every eight.
Whoa.
It's just like an accent thing. You know how like people from like
It's
California
more
don't
like a
understand people from
dialect
Texas?
situation,
Well,
probably.
yeah, it's like
So-
I see it more like Quebec French versus Paris French.
Yeah,
You know?
that.
Oh.
Be
We're
saying the
speaking the
same words, but I
universal
don't understand
primordial,
you.
but he's speaking like
Yeah,
I
we're
don't know,
we're speaking
IRL
core
primordial.
language. He's speaking one of the spin-off languages, but he can still probably understand us.
I can probably read
listening
it.
to old English.
Oh, also, bye stream. I didn't really give us an outro, but this is it. See ya.